All right, this is going to be the engine bay portion. 1999 Honda Civic. This is a single cam engine. Looks like it is the D16Y7 if you care about that. Automatic transmission. A lot of maintenance items looks like they've been done. This looks newer, this looks newer, this looks newer. That AC compressor looks like the newest thing in this engine bay. The condenser and everything look like they're fairly new or just been cleaned or something when they did the servicing. I'm not sure. I did not find any stickers for the timing belt. See if it's been done. At 95,000, probably not like the hugest priority based on mileage, but time and rubber are not friends. Definitely get that looked at. It's hard to pop that cover with the motor mount. There's like a two-piece there. We try not to disassemble the engine base too much while we're in here. Filter and everything's been replaced. Like I said, maintenance has been done on this thing. Transmission back here, you can see like a little bit of residue, but the stick was not in fully seated when I pulled to check that fluid level. That could be the reason. Just keep an eye on that. Brake fluid, I did note, is a little darker than what I like to see. It's one of the most neglected fluids on any vehicle you drive. Moisture is a killer of braking systems. With this time and age, you probably want to get that looked at and serviced. Beyond that, everything checks out great. And then your VIN tag down here matches and everything, so that's always really good. This is gonna be our engine bay. Runs good. All right, so this is just an exterior walk around. Kind of just check overall condition. 1999, so it's got some oxidation, bumps, bruises, scratches. Looks like some tape was here. Just kind of rough scratching there. You can see paint peel here, oxidation. You can see more oxidation up on top. There's a few like scrapes, few dings, few dents, but for 1999, pretty good shape, honestly. I mean, it just looks like, you know, some parking lot battles. Nothing major though. Thing's definitely doing well. Hubcaps, I did say they're not like in the best shape, but they look decent. You know, they've been around the block a lot of times. But so you got stuff like this. That's deep. It's deep. That's all the way. So some touch up, you know, stuff like this. You know, that's loose. I push it down, it comes back. So glass is all really good shape. All Honda glass. So that's awesome. This is a crack. It's got like the adhesive left to cover that, but it's a crack there. But that's pretty much everything. You got a little ding here, but everything works as intended. Mirrors and everything are good, so not terrible, right? It's just pretty. It's just getting up there in age, so it's showing it. Looks good. Looks good. All right, so we have this nice little mirror we use to go underneath and kind of scan the car and everything. I always start from the front so you can kind of see if anything's hanging loose, sagging, or dragging. This front fascia here is loose. Is hanging down a little bit. You can see a little damage there from scraping and getting caught. Just something to check on or get resecured or just remove, honestly, unless you like go through like a lot of water or mud and stuff. We're gonna pause here and go to each lift point. So driver front lift point, really good shape, not folded, not smushed. Body's in good shape, no rust, no damage. Doesn't look like it's been drug or anything like that. Pretty much the whole way down. And then back here, that's your rear lift point. Same thing, not squished or folded. That's always great. Looks good. Factory exhaust. We're gonna go from the back. All right, that is your floor pan right here. A little tow hook. Basically where your spare hangs out. Rear subframe, muffler, newer muffler. All in really good shape under here. I don't see any rust or anything that concerns me. This is gonna be your frame on a subframe car, right? That's where all the body parts are melded together. Looks good. Pause here. All right, passenger rear lift point, also in great shape. Same deal here, rust or no rust. Exhaust looks pretty good, actually. Like I said, that muffler has been replaced based on the rest of this. There's your body under here. Get to the front here, same story. Looks really, really good. Great underside on this car. All right, so we're gonna be doing our interior portion here. Plain Jane steering wheel. This car does not have cruise control. Current mileage 95,117 during the inspection. Car ran and drove really well. Kicks down. I mean, it's not the most powerful car, right? But it kicks down, gets up to speed really easily. Doesn't seem like it's struggling. Goes through the gears really nicely. This does have the D3, D4, right? So like overdrive and then not overdrive. That all works really nice. Nice, seamless transition there. This part here, they did talk to me about, right? So they have the vents here, but this whole trim piece here is being replaced. They just haven't got it yet. He wanted me to make sure that this will all be fixed. Just timing, probably holidays and stuff. You know how that goes. One other thing with the interior here, this is your sun visor on the driver's side. I just pushed it forward, but it kind of just hangs out. It's only on this side, but everything else looks really good. The radio I didn't have a face for, so I couldn't really test the sound or anything, so definitely something to ask for. But like I said, they're working on it, so they got pieces down here and stuff. I'm gonna pause here, open up all the doors, and blow the car up. All right, so we're on the driver's side door right here looking in. Manual seats. Seats are honestly in pretty good shape for the year. Really good. One thing is these belts have some fraying. Nothing concerning, but it's starting to fray. The carpets, like I said, could probably use a really good clean. You'll see like down on the center here, in between these seats is pretty dirty. But door cards are in really good shape. Manual windows, power locks. No switches anywhere else for power locks. Back seats are really nice. Carpets are pretty good back here. And then I'll go down. Here's gonna be your headliner. Really good shape. So looks good there. We'll pause here, we'll go to the other side. All right, so it does have this steering wheel cover in here. I can see why it was taken off. This door, the lock's like sticky. I didn't get it to activate. I can do it with my hand, but I didn't get it to do it with power. Seats on this side are really good shape still. Door cards look good. Here's some of that staining I was talking about on the edge here. Those are your vents for the centerpiece. I got all the pieces and stuff. They're just getting that trim. So you got like a little adhesive mark here. Glove box has all the stuff. Open and closes fine. Everything's here for the most part. Like it's all really together, and they're gonna take care of that trim. So honestly, it's pretty good inside on these, especially for the year. Really good shape. We'll stop there. All right, so here we are with the trunk. This is where I was saying you can see some rubbing on the fitment. I don't see any like bodywork signs or anything like that. You see your seals are doing good though. There's a nick in this, so just keep an eye on that stuff for water intrusion. Under here, don't it? That stuff's just banging around back here, just so you know. But it's there. Floor's in pretty good shape. Doesn't look like anything's really been spilt or messed up back here too bad. Shuts just fine. So it might just be like with time, or maybe they lived on a rattly road, but it just kind of rubs at certain points. All right, so in this portion we do a scan on the vehicle's computer. This basically just goes through all the modules, makes sure we don't have anything. It checks stored history or current and also permanent codes. Nothing on the modules that are here. Some of this stuff is, extra. This is kind of like a lower trim. So some of this stuff you're not really gonna have to worry about, but everything checked out really good. Nothing came back. It did a full scan without any issues. So looks really good. No lights on while we were driving. Looks great. All right, let this focus. So in this portion, this is going to be all the monitors that your vehicle uses to check on, fuel, air, O2, all of that kind of stuff. Everything checking out really good. No red X's, that's what we like. Usually the blacks or the gray circles there. It's just a monitor that's not supported, or it's tied to another system in some way, so they don't double monitor it essentially. A lot of modern cars are getting really tied together, so looks good. No issues there. All right, this is going to be on our conclusions. For me, 99 Honda Civic with 95,000 miles on it, steal. That's awesome. I was kind of stunned. It is a analog, so I don't believe it's been turned over. It's a 6-digit analog, so I mean, It would have to, it's a lot of driving if it does. It doesn't show signs of that. The underside of this is really, really clean. My big concern, it's winter now, so it won't be too bad, but these tires do have some dry rot showing. So just keep an eye on that. There is some vibration up at like 75, 80. It's not brake related. I did stand on the brakes a few times, so really, really good drive. Obviously, you know, it's a Honda, it's single cam, it's not power, but like the thing got up to speed just fine with everybody else. I wasn't like struggling to get going. It kicks down, so if you're already going speed and give it some beans, it kicks down perfectly. So honestly, a pretty solid car, really good commuter, I would say. Does have some body stuff, it's not perfect, but everything does what it's supposed to. Runs and drives really well, stops great. I don't see any real major concerns on this car. Like I said, you want to make sure that timing belt's been done or getting it done, and then you know, check your brake fluid and stuff in these tires. That's going to be our conclusion. Nice little car.